to make Ghana what it is. And the innovators and creative thinkers here, for me, will let me sleep well at night, but it also highlights for me the importance of what we do, because it means that we cannot be cavalier about the provision of financial resources for technical institutions. And today, I reaffirm my word that as long as I remain Chief Steward of the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we would work daily to make available to you the resources you need to succeed. Distinguished guests, thank you very much. I'll leave it here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Talking of the exhibitions outside, I am pleased to inform all of us here that anyone who has a very feasible exhibition gets from the national executives gets an opportunity to exhibit at the African Regional Conference and Education and Skills Development, African Regional Conference of Education and Skill Development, where they get a chance to win a whooping 90,000 Ghana cedis, including a mentor to mentor them in their business. And so if you have any skills you decided not to exhibit, I think you want to run and then come and exhibit. Okay, 90,000 is good money to hold you through your business. Before we get to our next presentation, we would quickly give 5 minutes opportunity to the Student Loan Trust Fund team. I hear they are here. You have 5 minutes to tell us what you have for us, and then we'll take it off from there. And so if you are here, quickly, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Good morning. All protocols observed. I want to stand on my CEO's protocols and do this short presentation. The CEO has said all about Student Loan Trust Fund, and the only thing I'm here to do is to tell you about how you can access the fund. As she said, before you can access this fund, you are supposed to be a Ghanaian. The eligibility is how you are a Ghanaian and you are studying in an accredited tertiary institution to access the free no fee stress policy. And when you want to access the fund, what you do is to go to the student loan website. The website is www.sltf.gov.gh. Then when you are at the site, what you do is that you click, if you are a first-year student of a public tertiary institution, you click on the no fee stress policy, no fee stress application. Then it will take you to the application portal for the no fee stress policy. You will fill in, the requirements are that you need your Ghana card number, you will need your student ID number, you need an active phone number, you also need an active email address. Then when you are applying, what you need is a GCB account. When you don't have one already, the system will generate an account for you through which you will be paid. Now, after that, you complete the application. Then when this application is done, it will be verified. But the information you provide and the one your institution provide will be verified, and the policy, the money will be disbursed into your account. Now, those continuing students, the second policy you talk about is that when you are a continuing student, that one, it's a student loan plus, or we will support you with the student loan. Then you apply the same portal, not the no fee stress portal, the student loan portal. You create an account, then you apply for the normal student's loan. We will support you. I think the application process is what I am here to talk about. So that is it. To access the loan, you visit our portal. Then when you have the requirements, you apply for the loan. If you are a first-year student, you apply for the no fee stress policy. And when you are a continuing student, you apply for the student loan, and we will support you. And all the students with disability will also be supported with a grant. They also apply at the student loan portal. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was snappy. Thank you so much. And so we'll have the next presentation, and that will quickly be done by our very own Vice Chancellor. However, before I hand over the microphone to him, his SRC executives, I would want to introduce them to you. And so we have here His Excellency Abdul Razak, who is the SRC President. Abdul Razak, SRC President. We have Kwesen Samuel, SRC Vice President. Kwesen Samuel, SRC Vice President. We have Julius Fifi Obo, Secretary, SRC Secretary. Are they here, please? Are they here with us? That is fine. Then we have Miss Fedra Owusu Yabua, Women's Commissioner. Fedra Owusu Yabua, Women's Commissioner, thank you. Miss Fafa Abigail Fiadu, who is the part-time rep, okay. And then we have the Finance Officer, Honorable Mawan Abdul Ghaffar. And finally, we have the Jinut's Ambassador, Prince Kutin. Okay, thank you. And so people of ATU, people gathered in present here, help me receive the presence of Professor Amevi Akapovi, Vice Chancellor of Accra Technical University, please.
The students are excited. Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable members of Parliament present here, there are so many honorable in the House that I don't know where to start from. But let me simplify the whole thing. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, and then our dear distinguished guests, faculty and staff present here, our dear students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It is a pleasure, it's a privilege, it's an honor for me to welcome you all to this significant occasion as we host, and for the very first time, a man whose name resonates very well with boldness. Do you agree? A man whose name resonates with enterprise and unshaken patriotism, our Honorable Kencity Agyapong. Please clap for him. Honorable, your presence here today as a resource person of our Student Representative Council Week, our Keynote Week, for us is more than a ceremonial visit. It is a statement that reinforces the value of real-world experience, the value of discipline and entrepreneurial resilience, which are the right pillars of the future we are building here at Accra Technical University. Without much ado, if you knew ATU, you could observe from the first sight that we are going through a lot of transformation. ATU actually places premium on entrepreneurship, because we realize that many universities are delivering a lot of graduates on the market, but few are getting jobs. And therefore, we have to craft some time back for ourselves a new educational philosophy. And that philosophy says education and training for employment or job creation. That means that behind that philosophy, what we mean is that when you are trained in ATU, whatever the discipline, you should be able to have the skill set that makes you grab the least opportunity that is available there. If you are looking for one person and it's a marketing-based skill, and 1,000 people are applying in Ghana, you, the person from ATU, possesses that skill set to actually grab that job immediately. That is the first set. And the second one is that if the job is not there, you still have the ability to create one, because we put a premium on entrepreneurship. And because of that, we've done a lot in the past. We sat down at a point in time and we decided to revise completely the framework of our curricula. We decided to build programs that will infuse some values that are critical, to to fulfill the mandate of our philosophy. So, for instance, we sat down and designed a framework where we put in a number of entrepreneurship courses, which were not there, where we put in a number of courses on critical thinking, and some other AI and modern skills that are required for job. And then we still find a way to put in the necessary skill required per your disciplines. And based on that, we tendered in a number of, accreditation requirements. And God being so good, we received a lot of accreditation. We actually boast of about 25 different Bachelor of Technology programs built on that perspective, revise a number of HND programs still on that same perspective, and about 12 Masters of Technology programs running now, and still based on the same perspective. So we believe, and based on the tracer study we are doing that, students that come out of our program are exceptional. Please clap for it too. Our belief is simple. Technical knowledge must be married with entrepreneurial to drive sustainable national development. And that is why entrepreneurship is taught many times in our programs. And as I mentioned, we have many initiatives. Permit me to take 1 minute to mention a few other initiatives we undertook, because even though we put this in the course and it's being taught, we realize that it's not quite an easy journey to infuse entrepreneurship in the mindset of students. Beyond the classroom, tuitions, you need to go into the practical demonstration. So we move a lot of effort, let me put it that way, and we established recently the Center for Entrepreneurship and Incubation Services. And we call it CES, Center for Entrepreneurship and Incubation Services. This is a center we want to promote entrepreneurship beyond the classroom, attitude. People can now, we can identify students with talent, pick up projects, and begin to see how we link them up with industry. Then we incubate some of these projects, we develop them into final products, and we help the students to establish themselves, to sell them. Some of them, they can patent them and have a name for it. And now we have been seeking for industries and then for partners that could sponsor or put a little push, to support some of these student initiatives such that they become realities. I don't want to mention, but if you check ATU in the news again, our most recent event was the establishment of a welding and fabrication center, still to help students to have a really hands-on experience. A center that we established in partnership with DTI, and this actually covers the welding and fabrication, the fashion department, and the hotel catering and institution management department. Honorable, mine is not to speak long. All I want to say is that we have watched you in the news. Your story mirrors the values we hold very dear at Accra Technical University. Your vision and your firm belief in Ghanaians' potential is unprecedented, and we applaud you for that. It is for this reason that we humbly place on the table a possible partnership with ATU, especially with the C Center, to look at how we could, in the future, support some of these incubation and some of those services, to support some of these students, to give them a little push to come up with the innovation in them, and then also to realize the vision we have for Accra Technical University and for our mother Ghana. So on this note, and on behalf of the university management, my colleagues here, the entire student body, I want to warmly welcome all of you to Accra Technical University, and thank you very much for honoring our invitation and also shedding light. May God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, VC. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, are you getting connected? Are you getting connected? Are you sure? Are you sure? Right. Let me remind all of us that this session is very much live on the 2 TV. We are also very much live on Oman FM, Ash FM, and NAP Radio. I take it again, the 2 TV, Oman FM, Ash FM, and NAP Radio. We are live on all of these media platforms. And so we would quickly proceed to a few more presentations. These ones are just to clear the way so that we can receive our keynote speaker. And so first off, we would have a very short presentation. I doubt it would even go more than 3 minutes from Honorable Stephen Amwa. And so a round of applause to receive Honorable Stephen Amwa, please.
Thank you very much. Professor, able Vice Chancellor, Honorable Kennedy Ohene Agyapong, inshallah, by the grace of God, your dream will come to pass. My brother, a friend, everything, my honorable parliamentarian, that we share a lot, former boss of Exim Bank, my sister, former MP, our doctor, sister who just spoke, our reverend, who also just did a presentation, my own colleagues. I see most popular, and then is it first run-up or runner? I really don't understand it well, but I've seen them here. And then I see, is it the most beautiful? Yes, first, the winner, is it the first runner or run-up, and then the second? My wonderful students, brothers, friends, and the media present. I deem this occasion extremely important because some of us, I'm sure it is God's doing. And these are the things that make me believe there is God. Because Ecclesiastes talks about the fact that there's a season for everything. Those who are close to me will bear me a witness that I started talking about entrepreneurship years back. Particularly if you sit down and analyze the very ecosystem that we find ourselves in. An ecosystem or a society or a domain in which even tertiary students, averagely, that complete school run between 106 and 109,000 are stand to be corrected every year. Within that space or period of graduation, I learned that only 10% get regular job to do. So consistently, we are piling up unemployed young people in our society. So clearly, empirically, there is a job space congestion in our society today. So what is the way forward? Globally, it's all about creating your own business, your own jobs. And practically, it defines what entrepreneurship is all about. Getting the idea yourself, creating your own job, ensuring that you make some profit, expand it, grow from micro, small, medium, and then to a very large company. And that is the whole concept. And God being so good, the very time that the entire country, everybody is talking about entrepreneurship, is the very time that we've been able to have an aspirant in times such as this, whose experience, whose depth, whose proven record in terms of feasibility, timeliness, correctness, in terms of hope and faith, he has so much to offer our society. So no wonder that we think what God said in Ecclesiastes is real. very material and credible and very tangible. So it makes me feel at home that one day, some of the dreams that we've had, the inherent commitment, the unachieved goals, our outcry by the grace of God, with prayer, faith, and action, and a good leader like you, Ghanaian young children, men and women, poor and rich, dwarf and colossal, whether you are from the rural, whether you are from the urban, your tears will be wiped away. So I think what we need to understand is that we need to be very practical. Just look at what Reverend presented. One thing that I want to advise you, it doesn't have to be the cliche that we speak and go and it ends there. Then it doesn't make sense. Then we are conducting all these commitments and exercises influencing those in heliplification. There has to be something out of it. So you listen to a fine story from what our Reverend said, you should learn something out of it. Life is what we've made. After having the vision, the ideas, what next? You need to perform. Performance has three main functions. One is ability. You can dream of becoming a very good driver. You have an idea about driving. You want to initiate something, create or trigger your entrepreneurial instincts and make something out of it. But if you don't have the ability to drive, can you drive? And that is why you need to take everything that you are learning, you are being taught, discussed, extremely serious. The next thing is opportunity. You can be the best driver. You can have all the best ideas in the world. You can have a huge deposit of entrepreneurial instinct. But if the opportunity is not there, best driver, no car, can you drive? And that is twofold. Every day I talk about, Morale guys, please, Morale guys, can you please, I beg you, so that we can all benefit. There is time for everything. God bless you. Talking about opportunity, twofold. How do you position yourself? Our wonderful, beautiful doctor stood here. Another 9 gentlemen stood here. How many of you will take advantage? That is up. So you position yourself for the opportunity. This always you get from NDC MPP. Sorry, let me speak small. I beg you, forgive me. Yes, I understand and I agree with you. But sometimes you yourself ask yourself, are you sure you position yourself for the opportunity? What is wrong with you as a student? So what is wrong? That you go to the Mokala market, you get 2 bags of gari, you package them here and sell to your colleague students. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? There are so many things you can do now because of even social media. This is what I call practical, basic, fundamental, critical, entrepreneurial instinct being triggered. You look at the opportunities around, position yourself, then you start making businesses. Sandra, when you see some of us, you think we haven't suffered before. Somebody said that was London. Fine. But before I went to the university, I was doing 16 hours. You don't believe me, but God is my witness. First 2 hours cleaning, not good places. So when I say clean, you should understand, not the Ghana type. When you are cleaning hotel, you know what I'm talking about. Then you go and do 6 hours car wash. Then in the night, kitchen cleaning. There are people who even were doing, tell me any rich person in Ghana here who has that rosy beginning. Even tell me which of them are professors. Sorry, respectfully. I like book. So you being rich or poor, of course, depends on you. Then another arm of the opportunity is the system, the environment. And that is why we have two main risk factors. Systematic risk factor, general, and unsystematic, which is specific. So sometimes you yourself create a risk for yourself. You are here. How do you use your hours? Time resource. There are some of you, after school for the day, they call something in tech, we're calling it what? Always around. You spend like 10 hours just talking. What do you want to do? I quite remember 2009, as usual, I was sacked when we lost power. I was even a civil servant. I wasn't appointed. When I was sacked, instantly, I had masters. I went to K University. I was giving part-time lecturing. I started farming. How I got my land to farm, I didn't pay more than 2,000 because I wasn't having money. From Accra to Kumasi, I stopped 5 or 6 times to ask if I could get land on equity basis. And then, by the grace of God, one man was like, now small, say, body no because oh, there was a city another way. So the man looked at me, laughed, and said, I'll show you a piece of land. So he took a bottle of chinap and 2,000 from me. So I started planting plantain and maize. I was selling plantain, is it Medina Market, St. John's, all those places, and even maize. Then I started palm plantation. So I was producing Zentex organic palm oil. At least some of my NDC friends here, they bear me a witness, because they were buying. You understand what I'm saying? Then I was lecturing at the same time. I had finance masters. So I started doing business plan for businessmen. So I was doing 3 jobs. I'm telling you. So it depends on you. Maybe at the right time, we come and explain how you do all this. That is the opportunity. Then the last one is motivation. You can be the best driver. You can have the car. Then it's you. Motivation, 2 arms. Every day we are looking at the intrinsic motivational factors. When we be a miska, I don't know capital, we miska, we no crow, whom you are children, or children, or show a minimum po. No. The intrinsic from you within. Intrinsic motivational factors are not external factors. What is in you that people say that it's impossible? You say you do it. Opa. And that is why your definition by the world is different from the definition by God. And that's why the Bible says that I'll take the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, and the weak things to shame the poor. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you are foolish. It's the word that see that now corona we is when you nipa. I feel yes, Captain Ibawi. Then he became a savior. Never ever belittle yourself. Ghana is the only country I've seen that when you are bold and confident and you speak the truth, and that is why marriages are not working, because people pretend. If you are bold and honest and truthful, when your papa, when you coco, so we should pretend and destroy this country. What I'm leaving with you as young people is that always look far from where you are, but know that far from where you are will start with a step forward. What you do here. Lastly, I had a friend on USD campus, now a medical doctor, Opokuwari. Vacations, he was selling as a comb and those things. I don't want to mention. Now he's one of the richest guys here, and he's a medical doctor. You are laughing at him. Some of us, our parents could afford anyway. Now, we say your parents say, "Oh, your mom can," but now he's one of the richest. Start something yourself. Start something yourself. Entrepreneurship is not I'm lying. I have a statement in Parliament. They called me very late. I couldn't read. I've talked to the education minister. I want Ghana as a country to include entrepreneurship as a course in our JHS and SHS academic curricula. And I'm working on it. Thanks be to God, we have a politician who has employed Ghanaians more than any other politician. I'm not saying more than everyone in Ghana, but any other politician in Ghana. Nobody has employed more people than Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. So, ladies and gentlemen, all that I'm saying is that life is what you make. Every day is a sowing. The only thing in life that every day, it doesn't require rain, it doesn't require any weather, whatever to do, is life, the seed of life. You hold it. What you sow today will determine tomorrow's fruit. I'll end here. God bless you. God be with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also soon we are getting to that very big moment. However, with us here again, let me bore you a little bit. With us here, I have Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, a PhD student from the University of Ghana, currently contesting for the office of GRASAC president. He's here with us, one of our very own, right from Kumasi Technical University. Also a lecturer, yes, of course, a lecturer in the Kumasi Technical University. As Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, give us a wave. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Let me inform you that yesterday was Honorable All right. Before we get there, hold on for me. Before we get there, we'll take a 2-minute presentation from Honorable Agent Sam. And so if you are here, please, just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
The Vice Chancellor of ATU, Honorable Sticker, that people don't know that's your nickname. Our student loan CEO, Reverend, honorable members, morale members, are you there? And the most beautiful, most freshest, and proud students of ATU. I bring you greetings and good afternoon to you, all of you. I think a lot has been said. And therefore, for me, I stand here with nostalgic feeling. I recall in time past, I used to pass Accra Poly and to Tudu. This school, for your information, has churned out a lot of technical students, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. This school used to be the backbone of VRA. And therefore, if you are here, there is a reason why you are here. It is said, again, that Africa has the youngest youth in the whole world. About 60% of the population are youth. And therefore, the future of this world belongs to Africa. What are we doing as youth? How productive are we becoming? And on this, I want to thank Vice Chancellor. You are not only setting up a technical university, but what you said is that you are marrying it with what? Entrepreneurship. Our lady from student loan has also given you financing. After having the idea seeing the opportunity. What you need is what? Financing. My theme is on 3 areas. You need to have the competency to be an entrepreneur. The Reverend rightly said, he was selling ice water. He then went on to what? To produce ice water because he has knowledge in it. He has experience in it. Entrepreneurship is not just starting a business. It's rather starting a business that can stand. And therefore, you need to have the competence. He mentioned that he did a feasibility studies when he was going to the NIM 3 production. If you go to a bank, you need to have a business plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have a bankable project that would what? Receive funding. Again, who are your customers? Who are you selling to? How well do you know them? What is your target market? What's the niche? I've seen something that is being done by the fashion people. And there, I would want to have some divergent views with the Reverend Doctor. He said, we're talking too much about sustainability. The way to go in this world is sustainability. You've seen that the fashion has been used, reused. So now when you wear clothes, you don't throw it away. You should be able to use it to sew handbags. And it's been done and it's raising a lot of money abroad. Because when you throw it away, it affects the environment. Hello? Hello? So if you have used clothes, I'm creating business for you. I was in Dubai. A lady won an award. Recycling of waste. She's 21 years old. What are you doing with your life? Hello? What are you doing with your life? You are in technical university. You are being taught innovation. Okay? Throughout my work, international trade, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Indonesia. The bedrock of a nation is technology and innovation. Government has tried to do so many things. But the way to go in Ghana, as is being said, only 10% of the population will go into formal. Then 90%, what are we doing? Hello? Agro-processing is being said. And, Prof, I would encourage you. You are doing well, but there is more to do. And I'll give you some ideas. When I was in Exam had a collaboration with UCC. So 20 students were selected. They did a pitch of the ideas that they have. And they were given 100,000 each to be able to come out with the ideas. I think you should be writing to some of the financial institutions so that the students here who have ideas in fashion, who have ideas in welding, who can do prototype of things, will then be able to receive funding, and therefore, in the next 2-3 years, we will turn innovation people in this country. Having the competence, knowing your customer, that brings clarity. The last is connectivity. We are on campus. Some of you become CEOs. Some of you become CEOs of industries, okay? Who are you connecting with? All we hear is, oh, we are socializing. But socialize with the right people. Form the right allies. That can give you ideas. You heard him say that somebody had an idea. The person didn't go to anybody. He contacted him because he's seen something that was in him. You have those people sitting around you. Hello? If we say we talk about our practical life, he said I sold more money. He has sold BK. I've sold both fruit, cassava. Again, the story is that I've been an orphan at the age of 3. Hello? So all of us sitting here have gone through it. But it is said that in entrepreneurship, you need to be a servant before you become a master. On that note, I thank you all for your ears.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, with all the presentations being said, I just want to plead on behalf of another aspect of people who are here. There are others who are actually not students. We have alumnus over here. We have people from the societies who have joined in here to listen. And I believe that they also need that opportunity. So a group like Campus Style putting this together. One young man, right from Technical University, has been self-funding all of these things. And I think that he needs that opportunity as well. If he gets a little push, one man self-funding, that's a gentleman in the suit there. He's Gideon Yao from Pong. So if he gets a little push, I believe that that is also going to help. Beloved, there is one woman here, if I forget to introduce, I'm not sure I can pass through Medina again. And I have to do this introduction. A very strong and energetic woman who has been very loyal to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Please, Hajia Ken is here with us. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I was reminding us that yesterday was Honorable Kennedy Agyapong's birthday. Beloved, it would be an honor to one day wake up and point hands. If God blesses our father here to be the first gentleman of the land, you can boastfully say that in 2025, I celebrated birthday with the president. Is that okay? And so, a little thing we want to do for him, the Jamat will produce something very small for him. Thereafter, we would have him to come and speak to us. And so, over to the Jamat, please.
Applause for them. A big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do it better. Much more louder round of applause for them. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, history has been kind to Accra Technical University for an important reason. Just like just mentioned a short while ago, yesterday, Honorable Ken turned 65. And ladies and gentlemen, I said history has been kind to you because Accra Technical University is the first university in the whole country. Accra Technical University holds the honor of being the first university in Ghana to host Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong just a day after his birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, for his public speech, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a coincidence. And this will never be overlooked in the annals of history for so many years to come. Put your hands together for yourself. I am going to do so, Mr. President. Accra Technical University has joined the so many well-wishers from around the world, including international leaders, international organizations, Ghanaian leaders, Ghanaian statesmen, the youth, in celebrating you. From all of us, we say we wish you well, we wish you good health, and we wish you a fulfillment of your presidential ambition. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this under 4 minutes. Under 4 minutes. And I'm happy that the whole program is about entrepreneurship and business, because you have the right man to speak to you as a keynote speaker. For 45 years, 45 years, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong has been a major businessman, an entrepreneur, and a philanthropist in the whole world. He's a highly successful businessman who has a strong presence in the media industry, strong presence in the manufacturing industry, and strong presence in the cold store industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote speaker, you will know that he's the founder and the owner of Kencity Media Limited, operators of Netu TV, Oman FM, Ash FM, NAP Radio, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of manufacturing, he owns, or he's the owner of Ashanti Steel Company Limited, the first Ghanaian owned, and the emphasis is very important, the first Ghanaian owned and the first one-man, the greatest one-man steel company in the whole of Africa, valued at almost 100 million US dollars. Go to Tema and see. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned again that in the area of cold storage, Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong still has a very strong presence there. And I'm happy to mention to all of you that he is the owner of the largest cold stores in the whole of Africa, with a combined capacity of over 61,000 metric tons. Go to Tama and see. He is always driven by passion to employ a lot of youth. And as a result, he has employed over 7,000 workers across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to end on this, but it cannot be lost on me by ending without mentioning that the keynote speaker is an astute politician. Ladies and gentlemen, with over 40 years of political experience, a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, formed in 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, 1992, he didn't contest any elections. When he was 32 years, 1996, he did not contest any elections. But in the year 2000, Honorable Ken stepped up and contested the parliamentary elections in the then Asin-North constituency and won the seat for the first time for the New Patriotic Party. Ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2004, he contested again, he won. In the year 2008, he contested again, he won massively. In the year 2012, he contested, he won. In the year 2016, he contested, he won. In the year 2020, he contested and he won. He never lost any parliamentary elections. Ladies and gentlemen, and finally, in the year 2023, Honorable Ken Agyapong contested the flag bearership position of the New Patriotic Party and gave a showdown performance. Ladies and gentlemen, an ambition he is still committed to. The world celebrates him as the father for the fatherless, the voice for the voiceless, the hope for the hopeless, a compassionate philanthropist. He's a leader you can trust, patriotic, honest, disciplined, bold, fearless. Ladies and gentlemen, with joy, with joy, with joy, with joy, with joy. Let's be outstanding to receive Honorable Ken Agyapong. Two.
Thank you very much, Jamal. The Vice Chancellor, the CEO of Students' Loans Authority, honorable members present, the Reverend students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for physically being present at this occasion. I've visited quite a number of universities. We meet the school authorities at their board meetings. But this exceptional Vice Chancellor has taken time to be physically present. Thank you very much. I also take opportunity to thank the LSRC for organizing this program and also inviting me to speak on entrepreneurship. Today's work, I think, has been easy for me because the first speaker, the Reverend, when he delivered his address or speech, I asked myself, if we have this person on this campus, why then invite Agyapong? But I also thought that, look, variety is also important. Probably you wanted to hear and get new ideas also from me. But indeed, Reverend, thank you very much. You've tackled the topic very well. You know, when he was speaking, narrating his story about his humble beginnings, it reminded me of my humble beginning as well. A young boy, a village boy from Asedompem, sat the common entrance 3 times. Why 3 times? In the village, people were scared, or students were scared, even to choose the so-called famous schools. So the first common entrance, when I was in Form 2, I passed, and I was supposed to go to Dunkwa Onofe. My father was a teacher in Kumasi. When he heard Dunkwa Onofe, Honorable, forgive me, that's where he's from. My father said no. The second time, Form 3, I chose Asim Manso. When I passed, he came back and said, no, you cannot go to Asim Manso. I didn't understand. Then, when I was in Form 4, he came all the way from Kumasi to fill the common entrance forms. And there were 3 choices: first choice, second choice, third choice. And he wrote first choice at the Sado College, second choice at the Sado College, third choice at the Sado College. So a village boy, I didn't understand why my father was insisting on the Sado College. So I finally got admission to Adisado College. And when I went there, the first day, I took my trunk and chop box. I took a taxi from Cape Coast because that time from Asim Fosu to Cape Coast today, because of the road, the nature of the road, it takes you about 45 minutes. That time, a champion's time, 45 minutes, that time was 4 hours. The road was so bad, it was so dusty. When I got to Adisado College and I was taking my trunk and chop box from the taxi, a senior saw me and called me, hey, come here. I went, then he asked me, what is your name? I said, Kwame Agyapong. Where are you from? You know, I was fortunate not to have mentioned Asin Dompim. I said Asin Fosu. Why unfortunate is that even Asin Fosu, he didn't know where Asin Fosu was. So he asked me, where is Asin Fosu? You know, I only had to give description. But when he saw my face, my hair, the black hair was brown because of the road. He looked at me and said, yes, you are what? Kwame Agyapong. A fumu, a fumu. In the class, you know, we had students from Radiant Way Association, Morning Star, all kinds of international schools in Accra and Kumasi. And that village boy, I was tall, so I was behind. Any new master who comes to the class will ask everybody to introduce himself. And when it gets to me, all these young guys will turn around. When I mention my name, Kwame Agyapong, Efumu, Anu Blofu Cheme. They were teasing us, those of us from the rural areas. But with hard work, here we are today. So I see myself in reverence. And I got opportunity to come to Accra because fortunately my father and my mother divorced. I say fortunately, because if they had not divorced, I would have been at Asin Dompim till 8. But, you know, my mother came to Accra, married a new man, and I had the opportunity to come to Accra. And what my mother was doing was trading. She was trading just here. It's not too far from here, Okanshi. And what I normally do after school, I was in Form 3 when I came to Accra. I will select some of the items that my mother was selling in a box. And I can walk from Okanshi to Kokomlemle, Challenge Bookshop, that's where we live. I can walk from Okanshi to Bubuashi, hawking on the street. Yes, pick a chocolate, Tatra Nazet, yes, raw. Yes, pick a chocolate, Tatra Nazet, yes, raw. Those were the items on the board. So when I see my beautiful lady here, I will approach her, say, yes, pick it. I remember one night, we come home around 5 to eat, then we go back 6:30 because Kokomlemle, Adabraka, and Circle, there were so many hotels. And I remember one of them, Princeway Hotel. One night, we went to Princeway Hotel, and you know, those days, they had blue lights. Yeah, disco lights. And there was a lady, there was a guy chatting now, you know, some ladies, and we went there. Yes, pick a chocolate. So she got annoyed and reported to the owner. I stepped out, but my stepbrother was not fortunate. He's called Opong. Now he's a reverend minister. And they actually beat the hell out of him. Yeah, because, you know, on a money in John, you know, he's spoiling somebody's connection. So we went through all this. After Form 5, I went to Winneba Secondary School from Adisado College. And when I was in 6th form, I was selling Peugeot parts. I would go to Nigeria, bring Peugeot parts by road. We come all the way to Badagry to Lomé, Dahomey, then Lomé, Aflao, and Accra. And the spare parts dealers were around Adabraka here, behind Nigeria Airways. That's where I had my customers. And I'll go and do business. Until I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates. I managed to go to America and started working at the bakery, Zaro Bakery. I graduated to get another job, gas station, the filling stations you have here. So I had 2 jobs, Zaro Bakery and a gaseteria, gas station. It continued. Then I bought my first taxi. I became a taxi driver. And within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. And people were driving for me. Because every day, those days, I was saving $100 a day. So 30 days, whether Monday to Sunday, no day, I don't break. I save $100 a day. $3,000 a month. Then I'll go to auction and buy a taxi, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And in America, if you are driving those days, if you are not careful, you'll be shot easily. So they normally put a bulletproof as a partition between the driver and the passenger. So I'll buy this from Camden Town in New Jersey and do the insurance, the partition. Then I'll give the car to a driver. A driver pays $40 a day. And 7 days, I don't want no stories. If you are coming to give me story, it means the car has broken down and it needs to be fixed. If you don't tell me this, no excuse, $280 a week. You know, so with 7 taxis, including mine, which was 8, I bought my first house for my mother at East Legon. At that time, I gave the money to Azuma Nelson and his manager, Mr. Asa. That time, they had thrown out my stepfather and my mother from their residence, where Jubilee House is. It was WO's quarters. And they moved them. So when I heard of it, I had saved $16,000. So I gave it to Azuma Nelson and his manager to come and make a deposit. And Mr. Assad did very well. He actually went around with my parents to look for a house for them. And the cost was $24,000 in 1988. So when he called me and said, "We'll have a place for your mother," I sent the $8,000 as well. So my first house in Ghana here was 1987. I was 27 years. Wow. So I'm sharing this with you to give you encouragement that sky is the limit. And whatever you dream of and take action with it, trust me, one day you'll be somebody. No, every individual here can be an entrepreneur. Nobody is born entrepreneur. It's never true. But it is an individual's vision, individual's ambition, individual's dream that will make you become an entrepreneur. So what should be your dream and your strategy? I give you 5. 5 areas, and I've given it acronym called GOSPA. G stands for goals. O stands for objectives. S stands for strategy. P stands for planning. And A stands for activities. This should be a dream for any of the students here who wants to become an entrepreneur. Then I'll give you, before I come to the practical, let me give you or do a little academic exercise with you. You need, if you want to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, you should have certain qualities. And there are 7 qualities, which are 1, vision. 2, courage. 3, integrity. 4, humility. 5, foresight. 6, focus. And 7, cooperation. Let me touch on each a little bit. Who has a vision? The one who has a vision is the one who foresees the future and how it becomes to him. But I'm saying that, look, I have a vision. My vision is my dream that one day I want to own businesses, and how I'm going to get these businesses done. I have to look into the future. I have to look for opportunities, areas that are, empty, or you have vacuums. You fill those vacuums with your dreams. When we are able to do that and say that I was born and bred from a poor home, but I always made sure I turned around my negatives to be blessing. My negatives in life always gave me a challenge. When I fall, I say that I'm not going to fall again, and I'll rise up. This is how you have to psych your mind. The vision will come with a lot of challenges, but you need to be courageous. That's the second point, courageous. Who are those people who have the courage? The ones who have the courage are the ones who are ready to take risk. Risk. The future belongs to those who are ready to take risk. The future does not belong to those security seekers. Who are those who can take risk? I can see this room because I smell money all the time. I smell money all the time. And therefore, wherever I go, I look at the environment, the atmosphere, and say to myself, like Reverend said, the vacuum, and I filled the vacuum. You might not know your profit today, but you take advantage of the situation and invest in it. You are better off than the one who always have money and go and put it in treasury bills. They are security seekers because they don't want to lose their money, They want a bank to manage what they have for them at an interest so that they'll be safe. Trust me. They will do well by taking care of their daily needs, but they cannot go up there because they are afraid to take risk. So those who take risk are going to be the entrepreneurs and will invite managers. There's difference between an entrepreneur and a manager. A manager is the one who puts management together to run the business. An entrepreneur is the one who has the creative mind and vision and courage to establish the business with all the risk involved. If you want to succeed, young men and women present here, it's not rocket science. You have to be honest in your dealings with people. If you are not honest, I took over a company and the new suppliers wanted to see the owner of the new company. They came to me. Before they got here, they had done a research about me, who I am and everything before they got here. After inspection and the meeting, we decided to go to lunch. And when we went to lunch, the lady asked me a question. Can you do me a favor? So, why not? Go ahead. And she said, a guy has duped her $70,000 and she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she trusted this young man in Ghana here and gave the raw materials to him on credit. After receiving it, he's giving excuses to him, to her, that she has not received those things. Meanwhile, they checked the bill of lading and those items have been cleared. What the young man refused to know is that it's a small world. They are all in petrochemical industries. So if you deceive one, the information goes to the second, the third, the fourth, and you are blocked. The moment you mention your company's name, they blacklisted you. 3 days ago, let me tell you, my son called me from Zanzibar or Tanzania and said, Daddy, you know what? You always advise us with this honesty, and I didn't get it. But you know what has happened? I bought 16 ADT machines for a gentleman. Cash, $7 million I paid and gave it to him. He said he has a contract in Chirano Mines. All the numbers he gave me, the first month he couldn't pay, gave an excuse. Second, third, it got to a point he was not paying at all. So I took my machines from him. He duped somebody in Liberia. He got into problem. Now he went to Tanzania and never thought to meet my son there. In a mining conference, he has gone to deceive people, entrepreneurs to come and invest. He's the biggest mining company, in terms of hiring equipment and all those things. Unfortunately for him, Dangote's partner, his son, is my son's best friend. And they were all there. So, in the meeting, he said, oh, we have one Ghanaian miner here. And my son was born in America. He's worse than me. He got there and saw the guy's face in presence of all the businessmen. He told them to his face, Oh, don't deal with this guy. He's a criminal. He took my father's machine and he never paid. He ran away. Case closed. Now he's lost all the businesses because of dishonesty. When he was duping me, he thought we would never meet again. We didn't meet in Ghana. It was in Tanzania. And my son destroyed his business by telling the truth. Now, when my son mentioned that, oh, my father has these mining equipment, oh, then arrange for us to meet him. There and there, they Google. They have information. Because of honesty, I don't even know them, but they are prepared to work with me. So integrity is very, very important. Humility. You have to be bold and decisive, but you have to be humble when you are dealing with people. Your workers, if you don't treat them well, forget it. I believe you invited me here because of personal experience and not that I'm a philosopher or a professor or anything. So permit me to share personal experiences with you. Okay? Humility. The company that I took over, I went there to inspect. And the sad part is that Ghanaians, when they are dealing with foreigners, excuse my language, Madam Media Meferin, the rest, they are my team members and professors. Ghanaians will tolerate nonsense from foreigners, but they will never tolerate anything a Ghanaian does. Why I'm saying that is that I visited their toilet and 335 Ghanaians working there. It was an eyesore. And right by their toilet, they have a canteen. Yes. And they bring, a lady comes out there, 12 to sell. And these workers. So when I saw it, I said, what? Is that the conditions you live in here as workers? The place is so hot. The ventilators are not working. I go into the factory, within 1 hour, I'll be sweating all over. I'll be sweating. And Ghanaians tolerated this. So I said, let's renovate the toilet, move the canteen away from here. Now they have a new canteen, they have a renovated toilet facilities. Then again, their salary. Can you imagine that today, somebody works for 30 days and his salary is 547 Ghana cedis? You know, when I took over, the capacity, he needed, the workforce should be 335, but he was working around 200 people because most of the people had left because of salary and the way they treat them. I went through their books and gave instructions, double the salaries for all of them. Then I enticed them with number of hours. If you do more than 8 hours, you pay extra, but don't charge them anything. Let them take it home. And production has gone up. The last time, production and revenue went up by 27%. because of the way I treat them when they. So humility. Then foresight. You need to have a dream. That's where the gospel comes in. Everybody here should have a dream that this is the way I want my life to be. And when you do that, you'll be an exceptional person among your colleagues. Because some are just complacent. The little they get, they are happy. You need to challenge yourself. You know, Madam is here. Maybe it's the first time she has seen me, so I'm not able to speak well. You know, because I was from poor home, maybe I had the brains. As for economics, I'm good. At the Southern College, we're only boys. So when we come back home, we have this vacation employment. Vacation classes. I don't know if it's still there. I know you are higher than that. You know, my contribution in the class at West Africa, I was attracted to the beautiful girls. But they were always disappointed when they came to my house to visit. Yeah, they were disappointed. And so they all deserted me. I've had a couple of broken hearts. But I turned it around. And one of the ladies, I told her, one day I'll be somebody. This man. And I've challenged myself. One day I happened to meet her at the Heathrow Airport. And first class passengers, we went through first. And she was at the economy. And before the plane took off, she wanted to come to first class just to talk to me. And the flight attendants blocked her. They didn't allow her. So I saw a lot of colleagues or friends at the business class. So I can go anywhere. But even business class, you can't come to first class. So I went to business class and I was talking to friends. Then I saw somebody waving. And that was her. So I went there at the economy. And they said, oh, I wanted to come to first class, and I saw it. I said, Janet, do you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? The story about Lazarus and the rich man. You know, he wanted just a drop of water. But Lazarus told him where we are. Big difference. And I said, you know what? I thank you because you've challenged me. She came to Ghana. I gave her a car for her family. So always turn your negatives to be blessing by working hard. If you work hard, sky will be the limit. So young men and women here, look, you have to stay focused. You have to dream big and do things big. Don't waste your time here. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Some of you, when you see Miss Akwaba, that's how I see it. With a nice shoe. Maybe you are from a poor home like mine, but you want to keep up the Joneses because your friend is wearing an expensive clothes or bag, I'm afraid it's not going to help you. Save your money and savings. Through savings, you get capital, and through capital, you invest by taking the risk. And one day, you'll be more than Kencity Agyapong. You have to stay focused. There are economic turmoils. You think or you dream that, oh, in the next 2 years, my company should grow to this level, my profit margin should be this, but natural disaster may happen, everything will happen, and you will not hit your target. You don't give up. You just have to stay focused. You know your dream. You know why you established the business. And trust me, it will bear fruits. Then cooperation. How you organize your business. The people in there, how you delegate powers, your managers. If you treat them well, trust me, you're going to succeed. So these are qualities, 7 qualities that you need for your business to thrive. I think time is not on our side, so I may not be able to go through the 7 determinants of business success. But I'll give the pointers to you at an appropriate time. Maybe you will have opportunity to me, because I want to address some of your issues here. First one is productivity. The 7 determinants of business success. Productivity, customer satisfaction is very, very important. Innovations is also very, very important. Quality of your products. Quality of your products is also very, very important. Organizational development. Building people. So all these areas. Now let's come to campus. Look, your president says something that touched my heart. As a nation, we don't know what we want, and our priorities are wrong. Completely. Our priorities are wrong. Based on the statement the president made. Why do I say our priorities are wrong? Because special emphasis is not placed on technical education. I'm an employer, and I'm telling you, I have a plumber. In fact, I asked of him last week, and I said, oh, he's studying in America. You know, the way he's building his business. This plumber takes a contract for me, about 5 million Ghana cedis. So, Ghana cedis. Minimum profit of 10% is what? Is 500,000. Divided by 12. Divided by 12. And you see how much he makes a month. Meanwhile, Net 2, television, or Kencity, it is only now that is going up. The director takes about 8,000, 9,000 home with tax. He has master's degree in sociology, in communication. But the plumber working for me with a contract of 5 million, I know they make more than 10%, but I want to be modest. He makes 500,000 from one contract that he took for me. And the sad part, VC, is that as I sit here or stand here, I'm looking for engineers, mechanical and electrical. And the sad part is, we went to India to recruit engineers to come and work in Ghana. When we went, they had a discussion with me and they said, the steel plant will take 1,000 workers a day with 24 hours, 12 hours 500, 12 hours 500. They need engineers and technicians, 300 to man, yes, to man the place. But the small factory that produce the plastics, the Indians, the expatriates are 15. And the steel plant is about 15 times bigger than the platinum. So at the meeting, I told them, I'm not going to accept it. A Ghanaian, a politician, establishing my own business, and I don't have confidence in my own people. Hell no, I won't do it. My son agreed, my cousin agreed, my wife agreed. I said no, I will not. I will not allow 300 Indians to come and control 700 Ghanaians when a Ghanaian is paying. I won't do it. And 3 against 1 plus the Indians, so about 5 against 1. But of course, I'm the one paying. So I said no. So meet us halfway. Now they are coming in. I'm getting visas for 120 engineers to come from India. And the 180 will come from Ghana here. GC, I want you to bring some of your mechanical and electrical engineers. I don't know how they call it. In America, they call it internship. Yeah, let them come and train. And the good ones, I may employ them. So every year you come. I'm sharing this with you for you to know the importance of you sitting here. Don't be discouraged. You are the money makers. The pragmatic ones will always make more money than the tourists. That's why I'm so impressed with Reverend. I mean, giving details of it. I said to myself, why should I even be here? So believe in yourself that you can do it. You are going to establish your own business one day, but you have to start from here. My beautiful lady here said you have, you can come for loans and grants. See, if you are smart and you have the grant the first year, whatever money you have to save it. You have to save it. Then student loans. Sometimes, I don't want to give you bad advice. Even sometimes, the loan, you can make some money out of it and invest that somewhere. By the time you come out of college, in fact, a gentleman did not join us today, Approaches series. If you've heard of him, Approaches series. Yeah, he was in tech when he started writing those science books. And after tech, he employed his own colleague from tech to be his manager. Why? Because he had a vision and he has a creative mind. He thinks far. So be among those who have creative minds. Be among those who want to challenge themselves and say to themselves that sky is the limit. You can do it. If you look at the poor guy sitting here, standing before you, and the way you are paying attention to listen to what I'm saying, clap for yourself. So, President, I want to assure you that you've not gone wrong by choosing to be here on this campus or any of the technical institutions. You are the future of this country, if indeed we want to develop. It should be engineering, technology, IT. That is the way for Ghana to develop. So believe in yourself that you are the future of this country. Have confidence that you are also going to make it in life. Listening to all the speakers here, ask yourself, what have you learned from it? It is not anything big that you cannot do it, because sharing our background with Exim Bank, former Exim Bank CEO, Onukwade West, no Tom money. You know, the money the man told me. It means it's possible that one day, say to yourself, one day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be somebody. One day I'll be bigger than Agyapong. Then, inspire yourself. Don't give up. There will be challenges, difficulties. But strike hard when the iron is hot. And remember what I said. The future belongs to the risk takers and not security seekers. So, ladies and gentlemen, the VC, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. We need collaboration with this, all the technical schools. I think this Friday I'll be in Kumasi. And July I'll be in Kumasi again. For the July one is Apia Minka something. Yeah. You are the future of this country. And we want to collaborate. You are the first technical institutions to invite me. I want to challenge all of you here. I want young men and women with innovations. Whatever you develop here, if I see the future in your project, I will fully fund it. And VC, what I want you to do, in fact, when we had opportunity, you see, I see that VC is an academician. But VC, you have to smell money. You know why? You know why? Even in the church, when you go, the pastors, the bishops, they all put their problem before you, before they even allow you to go. So, when we were in the boardroom, I was expecting VC to tell me their challenges before we get here. I have some business partners in Dubai, and they always donate equipment. To some of the African institutions. From here, I will call them and tell them that I've identified a university that needs help. When they say yes, I will personally buy the ticket for you and one of your trusted students to go and inspect the equipment and whatever will help you. Again, TVET and COVID, Amstel, all those equipments, I can tell you, I supply them. So I know the Indians, I have them. Last week they were here to hassle me for the rest of their payments. So all those, as I speak, I have an engineer installing all those equipment in the various schools. So as for technical education, if I'm the president of this country, you'll see. And VC, I just live across. I'm at Moving Peak, Villa number 12. I could have crossed to this side, but protocol, they say, hey, Honorable Agyapong is on the street. So I had to, So let's have collaboration, and we see how best we can also promote technical institutions in this country. So all I will say is, the organizers, I thank you very much for giving me opportunity. I thank all of you for coming, and VC, God bless all of you. Thank you. Hello. I know it costs to organize this program. So LSRC, I donate 20,000. Okay. I donate 20,000 to support your program. Thank you.
Please, let's stand up. We are singing just this song. After that, MC will take over. No, take it to 1 minute. So after that, you do the presentation. Okay, you thank him and do the presentation. Okay. We are not done. Yeah, just the song. Other gods, they are the works of man. You are the most high God. There is none like thee. All other gods, they are the works of man. You are the most high God. There is none like thee. Jehovah, you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most high. Oh, Jehovah, you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most high. Hey, Jehovah, hey, Jehovah, Jehovah, hey. Jehovah, Jehovah, you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most. Oh, Jehovah, you are the most. Ah, Jehovah, you are the most high God.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can kindly take your seats now. Kindly take your seats.
Take your seat.
And we have spent quite some time over here. We will try. Jama guys, can I have some peace here? Can I have some peace? Can I have some peace? Respectfully, can I have some peace? All right, guys, we will take about 2-3 questions, and then if there are no questions, we have some presentations to do. We'll quickly do so, and then we can call it a day. And so, Cassandra, are you around? Cassandra, if you're around, get a microphone. The first 3 people. So I have 3 hands up. They are over here. You can just get their questions quickly, and then we will take it off from there. Cassandra, quickly be on standby for me. Just 3 questions. I have the gentleman in black. I have the one in the African print here, and then this gentleman. Just the 3 people. Just the 3. Kindly hold on a second. I'll prompt you when to proceed to ask your question. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still reminding all of us that we are live on the 2 TV. We are live on Oman FM. We are live on Ash FM and then NAP Radio. It's been a very successful event. And before we take our questions, can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Can we have some peace? Before we take our questions, I would want to pose the very first question, if not a suggestion. So, Honorable, and then Mr. Vice Chancellor say, talking about the technical fraternity, I personally think that there could be an add-on. I did a Bachelor of Technology in Marketing from Koforidua Technical University, and it appears that what we do, even as technical university students, is still the whole classroom work. So for a marketing student like me, I think it would have been best if I had some hand-on training where I was tasked to bring up an advertising program, practical one, build a marketing website, a marketing campaign as part of the school. I think that even in school, out of school, I would have something practical doing. Since we have the opportunity as Vice Chancellor, as a former Member of Parliament, I believe that if we channel this across and it's embedded into the curriculum, it will go a long way to helping rather than just the entire classroom period that we spend. I believe that this will go a long way to help. And Honorable, in July, Campus Star is taking the same event to Koforidua Technical University, and so it will be an honor if you have the time. If you have the time, it will be an honor to have you in Koforidua Technical University. Now let me pick the very first question, please.
Thank you. I think my question and suggestion is in line with what you just said. We've come to understand that education in Ghana is all about book, and there's no much practical work done. Yeah, I could say that a lot of us here are engineers for that matter, or studying mechanical engineering. But I know it's good for us to learn other things as engineering is compared to. But one thing we want to know is, or if it is possible, if VC can take this on for us. From class 1 up to SS, we'll be learning a lot of subjects. Some of us did a lot of things that are not in line with what we are even reading here today. For instance, I did science. When I completed, I saw spring roll. I did a lot of stuff before I came to school, just to only pursue my engineering career. As an engineering student, I'm reading a lot of courses. I know they are very beneficial.
So to your question, to
my question, it will be very good if from onset we are being channeled to become what we want to be. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, you go straight forward, and then you don't spend much time. As Honorable rightly said, he needs engineers, but he has to go to India. Why? Because we believe, or he believes, we don't have the much skill for him to employ, for us to install equipment.
To the question.
So the question is, please, can our education system be transformed for us so it would help us? That's my humble suggestion.
Right. Okay, one of us wants to answer that quickly.
I answer you simply. No, your question, with all due respect to you, in life, it has no relevance. Why? I did economics at Fordham University. I did philosophy, history, economics, maths, biology, psychology. And that time, I had a girlfriend in Lagos. I went to her dormitory and saw about 6 ladies who were studying. And I remember very well. One was doing economics, another doing psychology or offering psychology. Then my girlfriend was offering political science. And there was another lady offering theology. But because of different disciplines that I learned or read at Fordham University, these ladies that time had not traveled to America and they thought Agyapong was smart. It is not true. It is because of different disciplines. The long and short is, in America, Fordham University, you need 120 credits. Only 30 is your major. 15 is minor. The rest, you have to pass other disciplines before you get your degree. I know why it helps. If you come out of college as an engineer and you don't get a job as an engineer, it is knowledge that you have acquired in different areas. You can apply to whatever you learned in different disciplines. So it's very, very important. I have a problem with even the system of education here. I asked somebody who is doing or offering economics, and he said economics, statistics, and one other subject. No, it won't help you. I became knowledgeable because of that. I met professors at Lagos, and I was talking to them about Thomas Hobbes, all those political, whatever, philosophers, talked about Descartes in philosophy, talked about Sigmund Freud in psychology, but I was an economic student. And theology, sometimes I laugh at the young pastors that are coming. I know from Genesis to Revelation. So, different disciplines makes you knowledgeable. But your concentration will be on engineering. But other subjects, you need it in real life, even management. Let me give you one example. 2 weeks ago, I met some professors in tech. They came to me, and one is biological engineer. He has designed a lot of things, fertilizers and all those things, but he couldn't market it. So I was showing him what to do, and he pinched a PA student who was with him that I told you. So what he said was that, I'm proposing to the Vice Chancellor for you to come and lecture professors. I said, don't let me do school. How can I go and lecture professors? So young man, whatever you are doing, it will help you in future. It is not only the engineering, but other things that you learn will enable you think through a lot of things in terms of management and other things. So don't be only an engineer. If you be an engineer alone, you'll be a stooge, complete. So go ahead with what they should rather add more courses to it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A quick one, please. The media team, no, not the JAMA, the media, they are looking for one of the microphones, a very small one, a very tiny microphone. If you happen, it is very small that if it falls that you might not notice what exactly it is. And so kindly, if you've by chance seen that, kindly let me have it. Okay, kindly let me have it. Let me receive the second question.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. My question is in two folds, actually. The first one is, as a young man wanting to make a name for myself in the country, speaking from our honorable's view, if he was to lose everything today, how would he start up? What would he do? What are some things he would avoid? And the second thing is, when it comes to our Ghanaian population, food wastage is a big problem. We lose almost $64 to $600 million on food annually, and that's just a rough estimation. I and my people have taken up a project where we are going to help truck food straight from the farmers to their homes to help us to reduce this food wastage. And we would like if we could get a funding on that project as well to help us. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Let me quickly, Honorable, let me take the last question so that you answer both of them at a go. Right, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Theophilus Dakon. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, studied medical lab science from 2019 to 2023. So, my standing on existing protocols. My first question is about the Student Loan Trust Fund, supporting students who want to pursue postgraduate courses. Because at the tertiary level, we have undergraduate and postgraduate, but it's only focused on undergraduate courses. My second goes to ATU has a club, Tertiary Hub for Innovation and Knowledge Network. It's in most of the universities in Ghana. I would like Honorable to support us with equipment and funding. Currently, yes, I am a member of the Medical Laboratory Professionals Workers Union, and we will be embarking on a strike due to the following reasons. Medical lab scientists who graduated from 2019 to 2025 are still at home, and over 30,000 are home. So I want Honorable to address this issue so that we don't want the nurses calling on strike, then the lab people going on strike, because people will be affected.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so, Honorable, please, you can do so, then the student loan, or she should go first. Right.
Thank you very much. A question was posed to Honorable about what he would do if he loses all his money today. And before he answers it, he emphasized the importance of network. I believe that if the unthinkable happened, it's unthinkable that it can happen, but then he's built enough network that even if he loses it all today, he can build it back up. And that is the importance of network and of forming strategic relationships. Ladies and gentlemen, the question directly posed to me was about our coverage. Right now, in the Students' Loan Trust Fund, we only provide financial support to tertiary students, and we provide the support to those pursuing diploma and degree programs. But as part of what we have been tasked to do, as part of a revamped Students' Loan Trust Fund, we have been asked to explore how we can extend that coverage potentially to cover postgraduate students. It won't be overnight. It's going to be in increments. The 3 years preceding my taking over as the Chief Executive Officer of the Student Loan Trust Fund was characterized by some significant challenges. Enough that even students that we approved for loans were unable to give them funding. This year, I'm happy to say that we will be able to give loans to every student that has been approved, and for me, that's a start. In subsequent years, we would pilot the Student Loan Plus initiative, and then we will then hope that we can make financial resources available for postgraduate students. again, it will be a missed opportunity. The Student Loan Trust Fund details about 12 funding sources for us. Right now, we bank mostly on 3. One, Get Fund. Second, 1% communication service tax. And then the other is the repayment. Since everyone is asking Honorable for money today, the other funding sources say we can take money from philanthropists. So I'll be happy to get some money to support so we can extend coverage. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the gentleman who asks if you lose all your money today, what will happen? You know, the answer is simple. When you are into business, although you take risk, you should always make sure that you have reserves. You should have reserve. You don't put all the money in. Let's say you have 100 cedis profit. You can plow back about 60 into the business and save the 40. So if your business collapses, you can fall on your savings to start life again. But if you think you are making money and you take the risk and put everything in, if something goes wrong, you lose everything. Again, even if you lose everything, you still have to start. How you started to build the business. You don't have to give up in life than to go down and start from a lower level again and build it. I give you one example. In 1992, I was in Ghana here supporting MPP. I was a young man at the age of 32, making good money. When we lost the election, I stayed in Ghana for 8 months. When I went back to America, my landlord had taken my office. I was also going through divorce. I had one car. I still went back on the street. That is when I decided to go to university. I went to university at the age of 33. Okay? So I went back driving taxi and going to school in the evening. If you look at where I got to and my business collapsed with politics and everything, and I had to start life, I didn't give up. I started driving taxi again and going to university. And here we are today. So, and never think that in business, your business will flourish for the rest of your life. No. There will be bad days, bad months, bad year. If I tell you what I'm going through, you have no idea. Yesterday I was telling somebody, I was making $69,000 a month after taxes from co-stores that I rent. Today, I rent only one co-room, which is $28,000 a month. But I'm surviving. Why? Because I planned that I anticipated that such times could happen. That is why I'm surviving. So it's never going to be smooth. And because it's never going to be smooth, you should always cushion yourself by saving whatever revenue or income that you make. The gentleman here, to tell you the truth, if you want to go on strike, your strike will not bear fruit because the size of this country and the size of our health sector cannot accommodate 30,000 lab technicians. You are sending me a message, and the message is simple. That, you see, it answers the gentleman's question again. The one who said he wants to be an engineer. If we produce 100,000 engineers, and the economy cannot take 100,000 engineers, if you don't have knowledge about other areas, what will happen to you? This is the same situation he has. But because he has experience in other disciplines, what I'll tell you is, young man, if you are not getting job from health sector, my brother, I'm not insulting you. You can even start something small. Yes, anything that you do to keep you busy. And because of the knowledge you have acquired, if my mother is selling kenke and I decide to sell kenke, because of my level of education, I'll be able to improve on what she does or what she's doing. So don't stay home and wait for Ghana to employ all the lab technicians. I've gone around the hospitals in this country, and government cannot accommodate the youth. So whilst you are here, you can learn other things as well. My son gave somebody 2,000 cedis for plantain chips. And you have no idea how the guy has built the business. And don't think of your degree. If the degree is not bringing money, look elsewhere and do something. So I'll give you my number, and when you call me, I'll give you more ideas. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, long story short, innovate or die. You either innovate or you die. We are bringing the entire session to an end. We have gotten to the moment. We'll do some small presentations. We will start off with, please, hold on for me. We will start off with a presentation to Reverend Engineer Glam, and sincerely, even before some of the students came in to sit down, Reverend was already here. He came in, waited for us, and has sat through till the end of the session. We want to say we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Short notice, you still came. You've done this with us. We are glad you were able to inspire us. A little presentation to you, and would invite the executives of the Ghana National Union of Technical Students to do that. And so, Mr. President, with your entourage, you want to help us do this presentation. A round of applause for the President, please. Oh, put your hands together for the President. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The number you're calling is busy. Please try.
Thank you very much, Reverend Engineer. We'll do the next presentation, and that will be going to Doc for student loan. Doc, thank you. Thank you. I remember when we reached out to Doc, she had agreed to come even before she requested for a letter. And that shows how passionate she is even about students. That's a round of applause for Doc. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Can we have the presence of Sadiq Abubakari and then Joshua Tete to help us do the presentation, please? Honorable Sadiq Abubakari and Honorable Joshua Tete, kindly help us do this presentation. Put your hands together for them even as they come. Put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll do the next presentation, and we'll be giving that out to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. By the way, there's a gentleman, Roxanne Obeng. He says I should tell you that he's watching you. Roxanne Obeng. Right. So, Honorable, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inspiring us. Thank you so much for the words that you have given to us. I have learned something. I have taken some notes. I want to believe that everybody here has also captured some things. And we pray that we will visit the other schools. If you have the time, you will join us to inspire the nation at large. And so thank you very much. During this presentation will be the Vice Chancellor together with the CEO of Campus Style and then the President, Ghana National Union of Technical Students. You want to join again to do this presentation to the Honorable Ken Ohene Agyapong. I like that comproko, so
Okay, and he said and PM Accra Technical University. School for and Honorable Ken Agyapong and in Penifo and a Beshaha Omodi and Komo at the far. Summit, Omo friend Eminence Summit and Exhibition. And no Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition and Omo Accra Technical University. And to say that Utieno, Honorable Ken Agyapong as keynote speaker. Or no, and on this school for no to train come and or then a life story at church who said yeah. Or shall say his humble beginning, Ebedu Samrea, or no so Wababe or the 4 entrepreneur, one pro nipa over 7,350 employees are on a book in Agyapong and on Accra Technical University students in a train and Como ama said the Jumediano at Sia Ewa aha. Enti Osha Jumediano and Pompo and so on in the Abana. They say the school for no Anna Oma Bejna Omo has a say on my presentations at Yama Honorable Ken or Hene Agyapong na to see them say you're about to the end and this and said the Jumadiano a koyana said the Yuna Yatiaseno. Now my person many and Crawford Bakumi will be bedding como first I'm able to train como a lawyer Kweku Amodate or a general manager Emma Kencity Media Limited. On one so Anna Osaye, the official spokesperson for Honorable Ken or Hene Agyapong. Lawyer Agyapong Bedru, Accra Technical University, the Tech Eminence Exhibition and Summit. Honorable Ken Agyapong as the keynote speaker on a school for no Edding Como. Impression for the whole program, better say.
Yo, CP Albert Kwenye say I have been here from the beginning and till the end of the closing of the program. And then Honorable Ken Agyapong, the Kasa Yebuno, Oye Krana, I was saying actually, if you say watch technical university students, how they can be themselves through innovations, through technology, through inventions. Not only assess our bra, no matter if you be our bra bomu, nobody about my bush, nobody about my any Ghana man, and then Honorable Ken, like always, or you saw one in life as a case study, what he has gone through in life, and while on Yamia Fano every year in the Monfrance, Honorable Ken are making it plain everywhere he goes, using his life as a case study, or they are practical example to the students. I'm an school for anymore. Obianiaji, Etinelo program now is very interesting, and I need Jama Ubia. Etiakwe by the Australian answer, if in the gospel, which is having a goal, having objectives, having a strategy, having a plan, and then having an activity in life. And with all this, that is the gospel. And we also have about the 7 principles: the integrity, with the humility, the cooperation, focus, foresight, and the account. What says we are saying by number 1, I also strong me. Number 2, I also build a relationship with a Nipa. Now we are Juma crowd now. We the Nipa na ye. Enti fa hobrasie, nyamisro, enen was here. Ebobra, yemfa libre, yemfa basa, emobra, esaju sakra. Enti ne de ken wakani nyina. I think Ochire you Kumasi Technical Friday, Kumasi Technical University. And also here we come, and all about you said that the all year they say Ochire and Bruno how to fish. He's not giving them fish. And nam Ochire kwaya fasu egu asau nam, making them fishers of innovation, entrepreneurship, and productivity. Okay, that's it.
Lawyer Kwaku Amodate, Anna Otene Kano, and Mesaka Minia Robert Swaha, or Wahafiano Pago is the program in Ebana. We're pressing of the program to say,
oh, baby, come on. And the way you students by Ombesa Hama, now any pan or banner or Benu Becasa, you're on working at the Agyapong, the next president of Ghana. No Banu Mabagasa and say enthusiasm very high. And Mama wants some small at the yeah.
Minia Robert Suna, Minene Edi and Como, Ewo, aha, na, Mepese many school for one be Ebedin Komokakra, Sede, and Jumadiana, Ekwaso, Ewo, Accra Technical University. What's your name?
I go by the name Judith.
What's your name? Judith. Oh, okay. Judith, your impression so far, I saw you and your colleague sitting from early morning till now. What is your impression? Honorable Agyapong, several speakers spoke to you. Did it meet your expectation for today?
Yes, please, it did.
So what is your takeaway?
Okay, so for me, I'm also an entrepreneur. I make shoes and I've learned a lot. I don't need to sit there when I'm making a business. I need to take it out there for everybody to know my business. And I need to work hard.
So, would you say that this summit has added something to what you knew before?
Yes, a whole lot.
All right. Thank you very much. That's my dear Judith. Okay, so I have one of my sisters here. She's also been here since morning. What's your impression so far?
All right, so far we actually had an incredible time here. So we all came here for the Tech Eminence Summit. And of course, from the onset, students were actually very keen in meeting Honorable Kennedy. And I'm telling you, it's been an awesome experience because at the end of the day, we've all taken one or two information home, something very important, especially about entrepreneurship. And I'm telling you, even I here, I've actually taken notes home and I'm going to work with it.
So what's your key takeaway?
Key takeaway is, as an entrepreneur, you should know that you have downfalls. All right, so when you fall, you should make sure you network. You network very well. You stay focused. And then he gave us some acronyms. The acronym stood for yes. I took that also, and I'm sure everyone also did so. It's been an awesome time.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, I still have some of the students. I see Miss Akwaba. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, your name?
My name is Ayete Ruth Amima.
Your name again?
Ayete Ruth Amima.
Ruth. Oh, okay. Ruth, what's your general impression so far about the Tech Eminence Summit and the exhibition?
I would say it was such an honor to meet Honorable Kencity Agyapong, to have one-on-one experience on how he, shared his story and everything. It was such a great experience.
Okay. All right. Let me also speak to my other sister. Hi, what's your name? Ishraba. Okay, so your general impression so far about the program today, taking into consideration Honorable Kencity Agyapong and other speakers, what did you take out of the program?
Okay, so I think it's good if you have individuals who are technical based and theory based. It will help in the improvement of the country.
Okay. So has it added anything to you?
Yeah, of course. It has improved me and then motivated me a lot.
What have you taken out?
Yeah, so personally I'm into fashion. So I think if I improve more on my technical skills, it will help me a lot.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
All right. Yeah, that's why we're Accra Technical University. Yedi and Komo Afa and Tech Eminence Summit and Exhibition I be PMU Accra Technical University. I'm say and the program nina ebe na re amefa aseda kese ema production crew nina headed by Kwaku Amodate Esquire, General Manager for Kencity Media Limited. Aseda kese ankoma akak, aseda ankoma Emmanuel Ofe, aseda ankoma Emmanuel Adomako, aseda ankoma Kwesinense. Na aseda ankoma Elikem, aseda kese ankoma Bentay, aseda ankoma Dr. Moses Okai, and then the team Father Max, Barnabas, and all the technical crew nina. Ejando and Justice and so I'm sure MCR and Mamo. Asida Kesia and Koma Obi a boy production in Meswa and the medium which I may be the Albert Tasmani. Yet if you are Accra Technical University and at the Bro, now make out said the next stop no Kumasi Technical University on Friday. Honorable Kencity Agyapong and school for Kumasi Technical University so ebedi nhyiamu na wakotete mofra no ebedu se honorable best around senior area no yenim se Ghana mabunu omhyebre enka hoda na mpuntuo ebebo mabrabo mu yada wase se ode ofidie no to na 2 TV na oti Oman FM uti Ash FM na oti na radio ene de ahadwuadie no ebesi yebesa to aso meka se samre sinu pain asase e won na 2 TV Oman FM